meeting to order of the Code Enforcement Board for the April 28th meeting. Roll call, please.
Bill Dixon,
Here.
Becky Stone,
Here.
Tim Skinner,
Here.
Alan Taylor.
Here.
Did you meet
Ashley?
No.
She is
I
our,
asked.
she keeps us out of jail.
Try my best.
Hopefully.
Some things are
She's got
too
the
big of a.
It's more a monumental task. All right. You all should have received the minutes for the March 24th meeting. I would entertain a motion that you approve those minutes as submitted.
So move.
Bill moves.
Second.
Second. Any question? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Unanimous approval. Under new business, we have no contested citations. So Steve, give us a enforcement report.
Okay, so we did a condemnation for the property located at 34 South Addis Street. There we go.
Got it.
So you see there's property here. There's quite a bit of fire damage in the front portion of the home. It's on both floors, first and second. We decided to go ahead and condemn it due to some of the structural members being, you can see how charred that is. It's actually broken. That's a rafter up here. Right there and right here, they actually cracked. So, some more pictures. We actually did not go in. We figured there's enough evidence in the exterior that warranted condemnation. There's mortar joints missing here. You see them? This is an older structure. My guess is well over 100 years. I don't know how much. Very typical for the structure that's there.
They haven't done brick foundations in a few decades.
Correct. It's been a long time. But it's more of the same. The house, obviously, has been condemned. Broken windows. Don't really know what this is right here. Somebody ripped the siding off and maybe pulled some electric out of it. I don't know what it is. It's hard to say. You can see the tree fell down from this lawn, but that had nothing with fire. But probably.
Pretty obvious condemnation was required.
Yeah.
We have tried to work with the property owner, and it's just, unfortunately, we haven't had a lot of success, but we keep hoping that that won't be on the city's dime, but at this point, we've got to move forward.
Yeah.
Was it occupied when it had the fire?
Yes.
Have you had no response from the
We've had
owner?
some.
Yes.
Yeah, we've had some, but it just couldn't get moving, so maybe this will spur on, because it's been like this for almost a year.
What's,
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
educate me. When you file a condemnation on a piece of property like this, what's are the stages of this?
So we get a notice, they have 30 days, we get the citation, they have 30 days. They can,
7 days.
oh, sorry, 7 days after the citation. They were full, we told them all along, we're gonna have to get here, we're gonna have to get there, we haven't gotten it. So now, actually, they can contest it, so there is a final order on this, but what we like to do with condemnation is bring them to you, even if they aren't appealed, so that you all can look at them and see them, and we'll put it in the record. In case anyone were to ever come back and say,
Contest.
well, I don't think it was, I don't think it was that bad. So we try to do that just for our records in case someone, but the people who have this house know
Yes.
what's going on.
They're very well aware.
So after this action or meeting, then will the
We'll
city
take
be
bids. Yeah.
taking it down? Okay.
Yeah, we'll take bids. Of course, we'll have to do asbestos. We'll have to have it checked for asbestos. There is someone who may be interested in purchasing this property.
As is?
Well, you can't sell a property that's under condemnation.
Oh, okay.
You have to come and sign an affidavit that you understand everything, and then that you will bring it down. I don't know that that's gonna happen. I don't know that the purchase is gonna go through or not. So, but the people who own it are talking to someone. but they're fully, most of our congregations, we never hear from the people. We
Yeah.
never see them, we don't know 'em. And this one, we had conversations with them. It's just that, I don't think that they are inclined to tear it down. They're not gonna tear it down.
Yeah, I
So
think
they-
they
they
don't want to tear
moved.
it.
Yeah, they moved out of our community.
Oh,
They don't live here anymore, so
But they're not contesting
they're not.
the citation, okay.
They're not contesting it at all, but we like to put it in the record just in case.
Got it?
But they will do the asbestos inspection, and then after that, we'll be able to take bids, because we'll know whether we have to do a remediation, or if we can just tear it down without remediation.
Anything else, Steve?
Well, we have, on the condemnation, no. On the citations withdrawn by the city, we have 8. And on uncontested citations, we have 12.
Dobby, are the weeds growing?
We don't even wanna go.
mine are. Saw that rain.
Sorry, I just want to add a little humor to our proceedings.
Well, we bought a piece of property and, it didn't get to the parks department that we purchased it. And so, Dobby had to call the city and complain that it was a violation. And the reason was that parks kicked over Boeing, and so, but, yeah, Dobby had to make that phone call.
Did she say, she made a phone call, she didn't send a notice, I think she framed the notice.
You have their numbers, people's numbers, the owner's numbers.
You try to contact them.
First. If
Well,
I
that's
can't
nice.
get a hold of them, then I send out the letter, but, because most of them that give me their number really want to solve the issue.
Right.
Dobby, there is a house in Highlander on Brentwood that has, I've noticed, multiple vehicles parked on the street, in the yard, in the drive. Has that ever come up for any?
I've had some out there, it's a 6-month process. If they're in the drive and they don't move, I gotta monitor them for 6 months. Unless they have a flat tire or tags are expired and I can tell. One's on the road, they
You
don't
call
fall
the
under me.
police, yeah, they fall under the police. So if you let the police know, then the police will monitor them for 72 hours.
Well, one of the neighbors said something to me about it, and I thought, well, if it's in violation, you probably are aware.
Cars are funny,
They're the hardest things we have.
Okay.
because if I can't prove they don't run, I gotta give them 6 months. So I gotta start taking pictures and make sure they haven't moved within a 6-month period.
Are you familiar with the property I'm talking about? Okay. Very good.
Quick question. Just as a follow-up on the vehicle situation, do we have a policy as to what is allowed to park on residential streets in regards to vehicles?
So, trailers can only be there for so long, and I have to look at it. How long do
Okay.
trailers be on the street?
They have to be moved periodically, but they usually range anywhere from 3 to 6 months, unless we get a phone call.
On a trailer?
Yeah, on a trailer.
I think it's shorter.
If it's-
Yeah, there are things that you can and cannot. There's an ordinance on it, but I don't know it off the top of my head.
And usually what we do is someone calls and complains, whether it be a trailer or a car, we can go and tag it, and it has a 72-hour tag on it. But then what we do is go back, if it has not been moved, then we can tow it.
Well,
And that usually gives people the incentive to move the vehicle, especially if it's broke down. That's usually what we get, is cars that are broke down, and they just leave the car parked in front of their house on the street. And that's the quickest way we do to get their attention, is we slap a tag, and it's posted on the windshield of the car. And a place where they can contact us if they want to try to move it, but some people do, some people don't, and then they get upset when we tow it. But they're given a 72-hour notice.
the one I'm speaking about is not stalled. It runs, it goes out every day, but it's a very large vehicle on a very narrow street, and it causes a lot of confusion and actually blocking part of the road, because they actually park up on the curb of the road to get out of, to get out of
If
traffic.
you'll let us know what that address is, we'll go out and take a
All
look
right, well, if you check the 100 block of Julia Street, which is where I live too, you'll see it. It's a car carrier, like a wrecker with the long bend on it. And I think the owner of the vehicle and are a friend of the owner of a house that somebody has rented. It belongs to him. He works for somebody else. But if you're going
We'll
west.
go and see if it's a violation or not.
Yeah, yeah. If you're going west on Julia Street toward Powell, toward Meskers, and if a car is going east, coming down, they've got to stop to let each one pass by because it's out in the street.
Okay.
Thank you. Anybody? Anything else, Steve?
No, sir.
All right, is there anything else from the board? Vicki, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
And at this point, we have no other business. We will adjourn.